Okay, it's space weather! Looking at the sun at 171 angstroms. A new sunspot is born. Sunspot 2726. You see it form right in this area. Okay. Having a little technical difficulties there. Anyway, we've recently connected to the northern coronal hole, which you can see right here. Will be reflected in the phi angle. Here's your magnetic lines. Still connected to that current facing coronal hole also, and also receiving a coronal hole wind stream from it. Take a look at the 304 angstroms view. Some filamentary activity going on over there too. You can see sunspot 2726 is going to form right there. There it goes. Now, side note, there's been not really an uptick in earthquakes, just a weird tick in earthquakes. So let's go back about 8 hours here. See, we've got two pretty large earthquakes for Alaska, a 5.3 and a 5.0. Also a 4.5 in Japan. A 212-kilometer deep 4.7 in Indonesia. Now, there's a 5.6 at 123 kilometers in Russia. Both of those are harbingers of larger earthquakes to come. So be prepared in extreme eastern Russia and in Indonesia for, let's see, a 6.1 in Russia and say a 5.3 in Indonesia. Also, a 4.5 in Anchorage, Alaska. That's very rare. And a 4.9 on Macquarie Island, which is all the way down by Antarctica. So also very rare. And for the rest of the last 2 hours, we've had pretty much a complete drought. So that increases the risk for all of those areas for larger surface earthquakes. Take a look at the real-time solar wind data. Be looking at the phi angle. And how that northern coronal hole is connected to the Earth, if this ever loads. There we go. So the BTBZ is pretty relaxed right now. Phi angle is around 322, so that's that northern coronal hole. It sure looks like to me. Now, the magnetic lines might not show it so much, but that phi angle usually doesn't lie. Wind density has dropped down to 4.08 protons per cubic centimeter, and the solar wind speed remains high at 550 kilometers per second. Again, that is the Earth-facing coronal hole wind stream. Take a look at solarham.net. Solarham has the new sunspot circled but not yet named. You can see on the magnetogram. It's pretty weak, just an alpha field there. Take a look at the close-up details of all of these. They have it labeled as new. Here's your magnetic lines. These are all alpha class sunspots. All very small, all having quite weak fields. Take a look at spaceweathernews.com for the rest of the data. What do we got? Well, we've got a flatlined X-ray flux for the last 48 hours. Basically no X-ray flux. base level X-ray flux, we should say. Magnetometer is looking a little more normal. We'll see if we get a spike from that northern coronal hole magnetic field. If so, I think it's already happened, actually, right there, that little spike. I think that was it. But keep an eye on that. KP index is at 2. Electron flux has dropped down, so that's the electron storm is kind of subsided. Most of the charging hazards are gone. And the F2 ionosphere is completely non-anomalous. Head back to 171 angstroms. Take a look at the new sunspot. What do you think? Let's call it Sunspot 2726. Ha ha. Some filamentary activity too there, right near the end. It looks like a small CME went down to the south. Kind of hard to see, but right about the same time that new sunspot forms. In any case, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel for more daily space weather news. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, share on your social media. And remember, may the wind be at your back and the atherosclerosis absent from your arteries.